What's going on, guys? So I am here today at SBL Truck Driving Academy with the director, James Bailey. What he's going to do for us today is actually walk us through connecting a semi-tractor with a trailer utilizing a fifth wheel and air brakes. So this is going to be a really interesting video, especially if you're interested in doing your CDL. By all means, if you're interested in getting your Class A CDL, come talk to these guys at SBL. They're going to set you up, give you all the training that you need, and you will be an excellent driver by the time you leave here.
Hi, this is James here at SBL Truck Driving Academy in Greer, South Carolina. And we're going to do an instructional video today and show you how to properly couple and uncouple a tractor trailer unit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get in and I'm going to start the four-way hazard lights going. The reason you do that, you want to warn people that might be around that something unusual or out of the ordinary is going on with the vehicle. So I'm going to get in and I'm going to use a 3-point stance when I get in, which means 3 points of contact. 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand's all the way in and when you exit the cab. One of the first things I want to do once I'm out of the cab and I've got the four-way flashers going is I always wear gloves just to try to keep my hands clean before I get back in and drive, keep the controls clean. I'm going to take a look just generally around the vehicle before I drop it and make sure that everything looks okay, the equipment looks okay, and then we'll get prepared to start dropping the landing gear and unhooking. You're going to have to come over on this side to see me roll the landing gear down because the crank handle's over here. Depending on what type of trailer you've got, your landing gear crank handle could be on the left, which is the driver's side, or the right side. This particular unit, it's on the right side, so we're making our walk around, just checking for safety, and I'm going to go get some pads and put under here with something we do here at the Academy just to try to take care of the asphalt. So I'll be right back with the pads. So your landing gear crank handle basically has a 2-position, a low and a high range. So you can see I've kind of got it now where it's moving pretty good. If I pull it out, it'll still turn, but it's much slower. So we want to keep it in the right range to get it rolled down. Checking to make sure that both gears are actually going down. There's no debris or anything like that on the feet of the landing pads, and I'm gonna roll it down so it's just barely floating above the wooden blocks that I've placed. And then when I get in the cab, I'll dump the air suspension to finish letting it down. It's just a lot easier on the equipment if you do it that way. I want to secure my crank handle back up. Always make sure you put your equipment up when you're done with it. Continue to just kind of take a look at the equipment as we go around, make sure everything looks okay. Okay, the next step we're going to do is unlock the fifth wheel. The red thing under here is your safety latch. So you're going to kind of move it out of the way and pull it out and kind of lift it up. There's a catch on the top of this release arm. So when it's out, it's in the unlocked position. So I just unlocked the fifth wheel from around the kingpin. I'm going to disconnect my aerial and my electrical lines next. If you notice, one of the things I did is I kind of disconnected them and then came back down so I can get my feet back on the ground. Just again, a safety procedure there. Before we move the truck, we're going to connect our glad hands to our couplers here on the back. Keep our air system, our air clean. We want to keep dirt and debris out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the air suspension, make this a little easier to disconnect. I'm gonna ease forward a little bit. Get out and take a look, make sure the landing gears are holding. Pump the air suspension back up. Now we got some daylight in here, so that's a good thing when we're uncoupling. It tells us that our landing gear is supporting the weight of the trailer. So now we're ready to pull away. We're ready to leave the trailer here. One of the first things we want to do when we're planning on coupling up to a trailer is get lined up. We want to line it up straight in front of the trailer. We want to come in from either side. One of the things I take a look at in these lower or convex mirrors is the fender wells on the trailer and the outside sidewalls of the tires on the drive tires. We want to back it up, kind of get it close, get it real close here. We'll stop here and we'll take a look at our alignment. Go ahead and, I've got my headlights on. Go ahead and activate the four ways, hop back out using a 3-point stance. And we're kind of high here. We're gonna have to let the trailer down a little bit. Go under and look at our alignment. We're lined up in the kingpin and the fifth wheel, but I'm gonna lower the trailer a little bit just to make the coupling a little easier. So we've checked our alignment. Fifth wheel's tilted under the skid plate. We're looking good. Climb back in, put it in reverse. Yellow knob only, release the parking brakes. And we want to back up under our trailer. All right, once we hear it lock, put it in first gear. Let's just give it a tug. Ah, that's a good deal. One of the safety protocols of making sure you're hooked up correctly. Basically what I'll do is a visual test from underneath. I'm looking to see that the kingpin and the locking jaws are closed. I want to make sure that the locking jaws are fully closed around the kingpin, and they are. So I kind of do it in reverse order from here. I'm going to hook up my air lines and my electrical cord, and then I'll roll my landing gear up. I'll make me a little walk around the trailer during all this, just for safety. So we'll lay the lines down up here and we'll climb up and we'll hook them up. You want to keep these lines kind of to your left here. Your electrical cord, just raise it up. The cap will clip in there. These are color coded. Red for emergency and blue for service. So come in at a 90-degree angle, rubber grommet to rubber grommet. Everything is good there. Now we got lights, so we're gonna go around and take a look. General condition of our trailer. Make sure our lights are working, our signals, our four-ways. Just taking a look at things before we get ready to move this trailer. The lights are all working back here. Everything's looking good. We'll roll our landing gear up and we'll get ready to leave on our trip with this tank trailer. When you roll your landing gear up, you want to roll it all the way up. You don't want to partially roll it up. You could catch those landing pads on a variety of things, really. Speed bump, railroad track, lot of things out there, so you want to be very aware of the clearance underneath your vehicle. So we're just about there, and that's it. We'll roll it all the way up. We'll secure our crank handle back in the cradle of the trailer. I'll put the pads in the side box of the trailer, and we're ready to ride. All right, guys, we finished up the coupling and uncoupling, and I just wanted to give you one last little tip and piece of advice here. This is basic trucking 101. Although this is not something you have to do to get your CDL license on an exam, this is something you as a truck driver will do all the time. Whether you're pulling a tanker trailer, a flatbed, dry box, refrigerator, it doesn't matter. You have to be able to couple and uncouple. And you do this from a safety perspective, okay? You want to take care of yourself, anybody that might be around you. You also want to take care of the equipment. So stick to the procedure, don't skip steps, and just pay attention to what you're doing, okay? And we hope to see you soon. If we can help you, please feel free to call on us. Have a great day.
Okay guys, so here we are, SBL Truck Driving Academy. James, appreciate it very much.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you for coming out and spending some time with me today.
Oh no, I greatly appreciate it. It's a big help. I mean, because like you said in the video, this is not required for the CDL test. So in theory, a driver could go get their CDL license and never know how to couple and uncouple a trailer until they've actually physically seen it done correctly and been taught by somebody who knows how to do it correctly and safely.
Right.
Those are the key things, correctly and safely. Safely more important than anything.
That's right.
So that just brings us back to the whole SBL Driving Academy. Come here, you're gonna learn this type of stuff. You're not just gonna learn what it's gonna take to pass the CDL test.
No.
You're gonna teach whoever comes in, be it man, woman, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get the exact same training when you come in here, and you're gonna learn more than what's required to just pass the CDL. You're actually gonna receive an education on how to drive a truck and be a productive driver to make money, support yourself or your family, and at the same time, keep the general public safe. And we go back to that word again, safe.
Yeah.
It's all about safety.
It's about safety.
That's the big thing that we want to emphasize. Guys, listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, can't thank James enough for letting us come down and shoot this video for him today. It's been an awesome adventure. Definitely learn a lot on the truck here, just the different intricate workings and stuff. So be sure and stick with us. We're going to be coming to you with more videos. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, drop comments or questions down below. And as I said before, be sure and check out SBL Truck Driving Academy.